Okay, welcome back, students. We're going to be doing our second lesson on graphing lines. Our objective is for you to be able to graph a line. Okay, let's review our last lesson. What we learned about was that slope is just the rise over the run, how much it goes up and how much it goes over. The second thing you might remember from linear equations or equations of lines is slope-intercept form. And the slope-intercept form of a line is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of your line and b is the y-intercept. In a little review, y-intercept is just where the line intersects the y-axis, and that's this axis. So if you see, it's red right here, that's where our line intersects the y-axis. So if we want to find out the equation of this, we really just have to know two things, the slope and the intercept. So for this particular example, let's first find the slope. Alright? So starting from here, it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so it's going to be 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so our slope is 5 over 4. And our y-intercept is right here, and that's just 2. So if I was going to write the equation of it, it would just be 5 over 4 x plus 2. And let me just write that one more time. Y equals 5 over 4x plus 2. That's my slope, that's my y-intercept, and that is what it looks like. Alright, let's try practice this a little bit. So if we want to find out what is the equation, we want to write the equation of this line, we have to find out two things. We have to find out the slope and the y-intercept. So first let's find the slope. Well, it goes up to 1, 2, and over 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 2 over 3 for our slope. Now our b is negative 2 because it intersects the y-axis at negative 2. To write our equation, we just have to plug these things in. So it's going to be 2/3 x plus negative 2. Now just to write this more clearly, you should be taking away these parentheses. It's just for you to write inside. And plus negatives just be negative. So we'd write this as y equals 2/3 x. And this plus and negative just becomes minus 2. And that would be our final equation. Alright, let's try for this line. So if you look at it, first we're going to find the slope. So it's down to 1, 2. So we got negative 2 for our rise. And it's over 2, 1, 2. So over 2. Now we're not going to leave it like that. Negative 2 divided by 2, we put that in the calculator, we get negative 1. So our slope is negative 1. Our b, well, if you look at it, our b is right here, and that's 3. So to write our equation, it would be negative 1x plus 3. And I'm going to take away the parentheses again. Y equals negative. We usually don't write this 1 there. I would just write negative x plus 3. So when there's no number in front of x, the slope is just 1. All right, it's just implied because negative 1 times x is just negative x. Done. Look at that. We looked at the graph. We got the equation. We're pros. Okay. Now we're going to go the other direction now. We're going to look at the equation and then we're going to graph it. And all you have to remember for this is remember that m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So going down, let's look at our first equation. We want to graph this line. Y equals 1/3 x plus 4. So where we're going to start is identify the y-intercept, which is 4, and we're going to plot it on the y-axis. So our y-intercept is right here. Let's just put that in. All right? That we know that's going to be a point. To do this, to graph it, all you have to do now is actually just start from here and do the slope. All right? So we know the slope, we go up 1. Our rise is 1. So we're going to go up 1 and over 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's over here. All right? So those are our 2 points. And as we remember from our first unit, to draw a line, all you need is 2 points. So if we're going to draw a line, we just get out our line drawing ruler. Hopefully you guys are using rulers, and you draw it through. Now this isn't perfect. Let's get it to go through the line. Just like that. And there, we drew our line. So it just takes that. You just have to find your y-intercept, plot it, and then use your slope to find the next point. Let's try it again. Alright, so we want to graph this line. Y equals 2x minus 3. So from here, we're going to do y equals, oh sorry, we start with our y-intercept, which is -3, so we go 1, 2, 3 down. That's our y-intercept, and we know the slope is 2. Now when it's 2, that means it rises up 2 and goes over 1. Alright, it's as if there's a 1 right here. So our slope is up 2 over 1, and that would be our next point. If we want to keep going, to make it more accurate, we go up 2 over 1 again. And from here, we just grab our line drawing device. You guys should be doing this with a ruler and draw it right through those points. I didn't do it so well, so let's move it down. Oh, that still doesn't look great. And just like so. Oh, perfect. And if you see here, it has a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of -3. Done. Alright, finally, we want to learn how to graph these lines when they're not in slope-intercept form. So if you look right here, it is not yet in slope-intercept form because y has to be by itself. To be able to graph this, we have to put it in to y slope-intercept form or isolate for y. We learned this last class how to do it. So let's just repeat. When you want to solve for y, what you do is, in this case, we want to get all the numbers of y for y. So we're going to just divide everything by 2 to get y by itself. When I divide everything by 2, this cancels, and I get y equals 6 divided by 2 is 3x, plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. And from here, I can graph this line. So 4, we're going to start over here. That's our y-intercept. Okay? And 3 is our slope, so I go up 3 over 1. Got that, and I just draw my line through our 2 points. Start over here and just go through them. Make that a little nicer. Make this a little nicer. And there you go. Beautiful. Alright, let's try one more. Alright, so we're going to graph this line below, and once again, it's not in slope-intercept form. So we're going to have to move this around. Now, just as a little thing, this is called standard form. You might remember it, you might not, but this is in standard form. We got to put it into slope-intercept form. Now, I don't think I explained this, but I'm going to go on a little tangent here for a second. It's called slope-intercept form. I'm not sure if people ever explain this to you, but it's called slope-intercept form because if you look at this, if I just look at this equation, I can see the slope in the intercept, the y-intercept when I look at it. But when I look at this, I can't see the slope in the y-intercept. Anyway, let's solve for y. So we're going to draw our line down, okay? And we're going to subtract 8x from both sides to start with. So we're subtracting 8x. All right, this goes away, and we get 6y equals, the negative x goes first, negative 8x minus 24. From here, we're going to divide everything by 6. So everything gets divided by 6, divided by 6, divided by 6. This goes away. My y comes down, and I get negative 8, 6. Now put this in the calculator first, okay? You want to actually reduce this. So put 8, 6 in the calculator. Always to check to see if you can reduce it. And you get negative 4 thirds. X minus negative 24 over 6, it's just 4. To graph this, all we have to do is go down 4, and our rise over run is 1, 2, 3, 4. I go down 4 because it's negative. Oh, it's not on my graph. And over 3. 1, 2, 3. It'll be somewhere around here. All right, and we just draw our line now. And look at that. We did it. Well, 9 minutes in. This might be my shortest lesson ever, so I hope you enjoyed this quick one. Get started independent practice, and a little tip for you. Sorry, not tip, but a little fact is that, did you know that penguins mate for life? It's true. I read it on the internet, and that means it's true. All right, see you guys.